Welcome to the tutorial on auditing. Now we are going to learn audit in depth. Audit in depth implies tracing of certain transactions from their origin to their conclusion. I mean, you may select few transactions and those selected transactions should be thoroughly checked from the origin to the conclusion. That means audit in depth refers to an examination of a few selected transactions from the beginning to end through the entire flow of the transaction. Here we can see an example of audit in depth. Suppose you are going to check the transaction of purchase of goods. In that case, you can apply the audit in depth in the following ways, such as an auditor, you should inquire whether there was a demand from the storekeeper to the administrative officer or the purchase department. I mean, there should be a requisition from the storekeeper to the purchase department or the concerned administrative officer. After that, you should check whether there was a tender to purchase the goods. After that, you can check whether the order was placed by an authorized person. And after the order, you should check whether there is a delivery note, as well as whether those deliveries are inspected by a technical supervisor. I mean, you need to examine the inspection report. Then you can examine the invoices. After that, you can see whether the goods were recorded in the stock register and bin cards. Stock register is maintained by the cost accountant and bin card is maintained by the storekeeper. As a auditor, you should check whether there is a recording for the purchase of goods in the stock register and bin cards. After that, you should examine the necessary entry regarding the purchase in the purchase journal, as well as whether there is ledger and vouchers. And finally, you can see whether the account of the supplier had been credited with the correct amount of purchase, which should be consistent with the invoice. So these are the issues you can check for the purpose of audit in depth for a purchase of goods. You can also apply this audit in depth for other transactions. Thank you.